Hello everyone, Tom with Capo Fetish. Let's talk about some killer soul albums from the 60s. Here are some of my favorites. I'm going to start off here with an album from 67. Just fantastic. The Four Tops, Reach Out. Of course, it has the huge hit, Reach Out, I'll Be There. It has Bernadette, two huge hits. But then some of these covers they do are just absolutely amazing. Walk Away Renee by the Left Bank is fantastic. They do If I Were a Carpenter. They even do a version of Last Train to Clarksville and I'm a Believer by the Monkees. They do a version of Cherish, all in their unique way. It's just a fantastic album. The Four Tops, Reach Out from 1967, a Motown classic. Another one is 1969's Stand by Sly and the Family Stone. The late Sly, just an amazing album. If I'd have to pick a favorite, this would be it. Every track is absolutely just perfection. One of the greatest dance records too. Somebody just starting out with Stand, so life-affirming, just fantastic. One of my favorites on here though is this kind of real deep cut called Someone's Watching You, with these really unique verse lines and these kind of call and response parts. Just really, really, really fantastic. And then we've got Sing a Simple Song, which I think is one of the greatest dance tracks ever. Just so infectious. We've got Everyday People, huge hit. Even Joan Jett covered it. Sex Machine at 13 minutes and 48 seconds. And then it ends with You Can Make It If You Try, something very uplifting. Just perfection right here. Just a perfect soul album, one of the great funk albums of all time. 1969's Stand by Sly and the Family Stone, one of the greatest live albums of all time. 1963's James Brown, Live at the Apollo. I mean, one of the, probably my favorite frontmen of all time, one of the greatest performers ever to hit the stage. I mean, I don't think anybody could even compare to James Brown as far as just raw energy, performance, soul. Just it was I believe a number one album on the charts, number one or number two for weeks and weeks and weeks. Pretty amazing for a live album from 1963. Recorded in late 62. Has all his like early 60s classics, Please, 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 I Found Someone, Bewildered, Night Train, I'll Go Crazy. Just absolutely bringing the house down. And then 7 years later in Augusta, Georgia, he does this unbelievable performance. This was released maybe about 7, 8 years ago. And this is recorded in late 69 in Augusta, Georgia. And it's called James Brown Live at Home with His Bad Self. And this, quite frankly, is one of the greatest live albums I've ever heard in my life. Just absolutely fantastic. Captures James Brown for me at like the peak of his performing days. There's a version of Mother Popcorn where it's like doing double time that is just absolutely incredible. It's so fast. And that the drum pattern is almost like it's on a metronome, but it's just cooking. Just amazing. So if you ever heard this album, James Brown Live at Home with His Bad Self in Augusta, Georgia from 69, I highly recommend it. It is just, even though the Live at Apollo album from 63 is amazing, this captures him at a different peak in his career where it's just full on funk, pure energy, raw performance. The band is just at peak performance as well. The rhythm section just couldn't be any tighter. So another just fantastic live album from 69. James Brown Live at Home with His Bad Self from 69. And this came out around 2016, 2017. An absolute cool, vibey record from 69 from Isaac Hayes. Has 4 tracks, 2 of them being really long. We've got Hot Buttered Soul. He does a couple of cover versions on here. We've got Walk On by Hal David and Burt Bacharach, of course, made famous by Dionne Warwick. One of the highlights on here, though, is his 18-minute and 48-second version of By the Time I Get to Phoenix. The song starts off, he does this little spoken word thing that goes on for about 8.5 minutes before the song kicks in. And it's real scaled back, the instrumentation, and it's just absolutely hypnotic. This whole album is just incredible. It just has this total hypnotic kind of feel to it. Just another just absolutely stellar album here from the 60s. Soul, stellar classic. Hot Buttered Soul from Isaac Hayes from 69. Another one from 68, just probably my favorite Etta James album, Tell Mama. Every track amazing. Even Janis Joplin, later in her career, did an incredible version of the title track, Tell Mama. She does I'd Rather Go Blind on here, which has been covered by many people, including Rod Stewart. The Love of My Man is a fantastic ballad. Steal Away, My Mother-in-Law, is real good humor. Didn't Lose Your Good Thing. Don't Lose Your Good Thing is really heartfelt. It Hurts Me So Much, just a little bit. Just 5-star album here from Etta James. Tell Mama from 68. Another one is just a fantastic duet here between Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, the 1967 album United. I love the performances on here from Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. Ain't No Mountain High Enough was a huge hit. But my absolute favorite is Your Precious Love. Just a gorgeous track and another huge hit. I love all the stuff these two did together. I think they were just a great pair. They do Something Stupid on here. They do Sad Wedding, Give a Little Love, How I'd Miss You, You Got What It Takes. Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell's United from 67, another must 60s classic, 60s soul classic. How about Dusty in Memphis by Dusty Springfield from 68? This is of course, the CD version, and on this particular version, you have 14 bonus tracks. Really, really cool. The big hit on here was Son of a Preacher Man, huge hit in 68. But the whole album just has this Dusty Springfield just had a really unique quality to her voice. No one really sounds like her. I love her early hits like, what are some of those early hits? Like, I Only Want to Be With You. Here she's doing more of a late 60s soul thing here. Just a Little Lovin', So Much Love, Breakfast in Bed, Just One Smile, The Windmills of Your Mind. Absolute classic here. Dusty in Memphis from 68. We got to throw two in by this amazing artist. The first being I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, Aretha Franklin. Just another back-to-back, every track, perfect. Respect, Drown in My Own Tears. I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You. The way that little piano organ part starts, just amazing. Soul Serenade, Baby, Baby, Baby. Dr. Feelgood, Do Right Woman, Do Right Man. A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. Perfect album here from 67. And then we got to throw in 68's Lady Soul. I don't know which one I like better. I think I like them just about the same. Just packed with amazing tracks. Chain of Fools, People Get Ready. She does her own version of Groovin'. Ain't No Way, written by her sister. So heartfelt and amazing. Both these albums are just musts for any collection. 5-star masterpieces. Lady Soul from 68. I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You from 67. How about some Supremes? I Hear a Symphony. They put out a ton of albums. A lot of them have a little bit of filler on them, but I've always enjoyed this one. I Hear a Symphony, one of my favorite tracks by the Supremes. On here, they do a version of Yesterday, Unchained Melody. There's another hit on here, My World is Empty Without You, which is fantastic. It's amazing what the Supremes did in such a short time. So many #1 hits. I think they're right behind the Beatles as far as #1 hits in the 60s. Just every single they released was just stellar. So here we are, the Supremes. I Hear a Symphony from 1966. And then we're going to wrap it up here with this posthumous release from Otis Redding, The Dock of the Bay, featuring the iconic title cut. You got Tramp on here with Carla Thomas. Really great stuff. A lot of these songs recorded over several years leading up to this release. Let Me Come On Home, Open the Door, Don't Mess with Cupid, The Glory of Love, The Hucklebuck. Nobody Knows When You're Down and Out in Old Man Trouble. Lost Him Way Too Early. Most of the stuff I have by Otis Redding is either live albums or compilations. This is one of the few studio releases I have of Otis Redding. I like to get more of his earlier stuff on vinyl or CD. So those are just some of my favorite 60 soul albums of all time. What are your favorite 60 soul albums? List them in the comment section. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you dig the content across the channel, press subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.